Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin. I'm a software engineer here in the Bay Area. Today I want to talk about my college degree. So I studied in Canada, where I got my computer engineering degree at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. I had to emphasize the Canada part because there's also a Vancouver in Washington as well. So we begin with first year, where I had no idea what I was doing. I was actually studying general sciences my first year, and I had a goal of going into medicine, pharmacy, dentistry, or grad school. So let's just say pre-med in general, but I actually had no idea what I was doing. I quickly realized this was not the path for me, and I began searching for other career paths or opportunities. I'll probably create a future video on this topic, but leave some comments down below so that I know that there's some interest and I can move it up my priority list. In first term, I, along with every other general science student, was taking courses required for medical school. So the courses were physics and energy and wave, a cell biology class, a Calc 1 class, and an English writing course. There's also a chemistry class, but I used my AP credits just because I wanted to reduce my load to adjust to the university lifestyle. I highly recommend doing so because the transition from high school to university can be quite difficult. For me, I had to adjust from a 10-minute walk to school to a 1-hour bus ride to school, which was not fun at all. And to top things off, we also had additional lab assignment work on top of lecture material. First term turned out to be okay. It seemed to be a review of high school for the most part. If there's anything that I learned from this term, it's that I'm glad I did not do an arts degree because I cannot write for my life. Term 2 came along and I took 5 classes this time. I took a class in English literature, a cell biology class, a biolab, a physical and organic chemistry class, and Calc 2. I was also volunteering at a local pharmacy, the hospital, and Science World. Gotta beef up that resume for med school, you know. It was because of these opportunities that I got to meet upper year science students and kind of get a glimpse of what the future holds for me in the degree. I did not see a path forward, and I immediately transferred to engineering this term. I submitted my paperwork and I did not ever look back. Unfortunately, it was a bit too late into the term to drop classes. I didn't want a W on my transcript and also not get a full refund. But in hindsight, I should have dropped the biolab and the English course because it took up a lot of my time, gave me a ton of extra stress, and it didn't even count towards my computer engineering degree anyways. I only took these courses for prerequisites into medical school, but UBC ended up removing these prerequisites later into my degree, so RIP. As for the other courses, they weren't so bad. I do have to point out that the math final was quite brutal though. It seems like they make the final exams for math a lot harder each and every year because they provide you the previous year's exam for practice, and you finish that without thinking it's too hard, but when your exam comes up, it's much harder. UBC's summer semester is a bit weird, where it also has 2 terms. In the first term, I took my first programming class, an Intro to C and Linear Algebra. You would see familiar faces in both classes because they're most likely transferring from sciences to engineering, and it helped reassure me that transferring wasn't so bad after all. I'm really glad I took these 2 classes because it allowed me to get promoted and pick my major, as opposed to remaining at first year status. I really enjoyed the programming class, and it really confirmed my choice in picking computer engineering as my major. Second term was a bit more fun. I participated in a program called Explore, where I went to Quebec for a few weeks to study French. It was an amazing program because I got to get French credits, but also I got to live in dorm and be slightly independent. Every week there would be some kind of fun activity, such as a talent show, or we got to go on field trips to visit cities like Montreal and Old Quebec. It was a highlight of my first year because I met several friends, ate a ton of poutine, and even learned to order McDonald's in French. First year was quite exciting, but pretty stressful as well. I came into the year not knowing what I wanted to do. I met a ton of people and learned a ton of things about myself in order to figure out what I exactly want to do. If you're as lost as I would highly recommend talking to people in the industry that you're trying to work in, just to get a sense of what the field is like. Also try experimenting with different things to see what you do enjoy. But also taking a gap year wouldn't be such a bad idea. Thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something. I would appreciate if you smash the like button. If you want to stay tuned on what happens in second year, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one.